Hello everyone. My name is Dr. Tilina Surasingha, and I am going to be your professor for the General Ecology lecture. And so today, through this presentation, I'm going to introduce you to the course policies, the course goals, go over the assignment, and orient you through the blackboard, right? So that you can get a good idea about how this virtual class is going to manifest for the rest of the semester. Um, and also I wanted to do mention that although we are not going to, because this is completely a virtual class, we will not interact or meet in person one-on-one. That said, I'm trying my best to make sure that all of you get the best experience out of this, right? So I will make, particularly with respect to some of the activities I have planned, where we do meet virtually on a very few times, we will try to enhance your learning experience as much as possible. And also I'm willing to help you um, through virtual office hours. And we will talk about all of this as I introduce the syllabus to you. So let me first introduce myself to you. So, little bit about my academic background and whatnot, right? Um, I am I have a PhD in fisheries and wildlife biology. That is my research and academic specialization. I'm broadly trained in biological sciences, and I graduated from Clemson University with my PhD, and subsequently did several research and teaching mixed faculty positions, postdoctoral positions in several other universities. Immediately after graduate school, I got a job in Minnesota with Gus Davis Adolphus College, and then subsequently in Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee. And this is actually, and then I came over here from Rhodes College. And during my career, I have taught different types of biology courses and at graduate and undergraduate level, and also played a significant role in undergraduate research mentoring. And now, speaking of which, I do always mention this. If any of you are interested in ecology research, environmental research, right, studying about animals and plants, um, if you are interested in conservation related research, please do talk to me. Shoot me an email or come to one of the office hours, right? And we will see what we can do with you. And remember that when you actually do undergraduate research, you earn credits, and that actually places you way above the top, way up in the top in terms of the job market, in terms of going to graduate school. If you have any interests, any questions regarding how to get involved with undergraduate research, please shoot me an email, okay? And we will decide how to move onwards from there. So going back to myself, I did mention that I research broadly in wildlife ecology, landscape ecology, conservation biology. So basically, my research tries to understand why certain species, certain biological communities occupy in certain environments, what structures a particular biological community, what drives that community organization, community structure. Those are the things I'm interested in. And I'm also trying to understand community organization, community structure, um, as the community responses to landscape scale or habitat scale ecological processes. Um, and in terms of research, I do, 50% of my research, in fact, 90% of my undergraduate research happens in the field, right? So we go to the field, get our hands dirty, collect data, catch animals, fun stuff like that. And the other portion of my research, actually in my case, most of my own research, 10% of my students' research involves computer-based modeling using GIS, remote sensing, statistics, data pipelining. So there is kind of a very good hybrid of different types of research that I do that my research students get exposed to. Um, and for my research, I do collaborate a lot with the federal and state governments, government agencies. On top of U.S. Forest Service, I also currently collaborate a lot with Massachusetts Division of Ecological Restoration. Um, and on top of that, I do collaborate with Zoo New England, Mass Audubon, um, trustees. In fact, I'm forgetting there's a lot of other non-profits in the region that I collaborate with, and I do also collaborate with several universities throughout the country and internationally. A huge proportion of my own research also happens internationally in Sri Lanka, where I actually grew up. Um, and well, that's basically about myself. Well, if we were meeting in person, I was going to actually ask, I would have asked you to introduce yourself, talk about yourself, but we cannot do it. Perhaps when we meet with office hours, we can have that conversation. All right, now let's actually graduate into going over the blackboard and syllabus. Okay, let's now take a look at your blackboard page, right? And so here you're looking at kind of, let's actually start with the home page. That's easier. This is the home page of your course, actually almost your course. That's not exactly your course. Let me open it from here. I suspect that this course might not be open to you guys yet. Right, so it will take some time for the entire course to open up, and probably by the end of the day it will be available to you. So now we are looking into your home page, and I'm fairly certain this page should be available to you very soon. By the time I'm checking it, it wasn't, but within the next few minutes it will be. So you are looking into your biology general ecology course page, section 002, and the layout is going to look like this. So if you want to access the syllabus, click over here and download this document, right? And then after the first orientation of the blackboard, I will go over the syllabus with you guys. And next is actually, if you hit course content, right? And by the way, this, I'm looking at my instructor view, and the student view will be just slightly different, right? It's not that much difference. If you can actually, I can click over here and show you what it looks like for a student, right? And so, this is where you found the syllabus, right? And then here you find the course contents, right? And now let's go and check each of these folders, right? So in this folder, right, what you are going to get is all the lecture material, right, including the PowerPoint presentations. So there are PowerPoint presentations already provided, but I have not uploaded the recorded versions yet, right? So for every lecture that comes up in the syllabus, what I'm going to do is go through these PowerPoints, voice over the PowerPoint, add a voice over each slide, a narration, and upload it back as a voiceover PowerPoint, which you can download and listen to on your own time. And I will always upload something at the beginning of the week, right? So our beginning of the week for this class is actually a Tuesday, right? So unless that Tuesday is a holiday, right, I will actually upload something within that particular date. So you will have plenty of time to go over it. Now, I strongly encourage you to at least listen to the PowerPoint presentation as soon as it is uploaded. Just go over it. Don't try to study hard, right? Just go over it. Assume that that particular PowerPoint presentation is actually your lecture, right? So take notes as you listen to it, right? And then the advantage is, unlike in a real class, you can actually pause the video for a second and think about what I'm explaining. Go back and listen to what I say, right? So there is actually plenty of opportunities to do better, right? Because what I say is never gone, right? If you're shy to ask questions, now you don't have to be, right? You can actually hit the pause, right? And then and then like rewind and listen to it. So plenty of ways to actually um, understand harder material because of this virtual mode that we are doing things. Um, so this is where you are going to find all the lectures, and I will upload them in the order in the syllabus, and also the name of the lecture that you see here, the title of the PowerPoint that you see over here, right? Or the title of the folder will be the title of the lecture, right? So it's easy for you to figure out looking at the syllabus. Okay, where is this one? Okay, there. On the blackboard, just you have to follow the name. And also, like I mentioned, the order of appearance will be the same as the order of the appearance in the syllabus. And well, let's scroll down and see what you are going to see. So the very first few stuff you see are going to be the lectures, right? And then down over here you actually see several videos. So when I teach, in person, I actually play these videos real time in the class, but now I don't think I have to. What I want you to do is actually play those videos on your own, right? They are self-explanatory. There's a narration for each video, right? So for example, if you click over here, right, there are the links, and most of those videos are YouTube links, and all of them are related to the lectures that I'm conducting. And during the lecture, I will actually refer to these videos. Um, so yeah, please do make sure that you follow them, right? Although I'm not playing them in real time, right? And I'm going to consider them as part of the lecture. It's not just additional stuff, or not only if you're interested. I want you to go and play them. They're fun, and you will not regret listening to them. Okay. Now that said, what else should we go for? Let's go back and then look at other stuff we have. So and exams. So now you will actually get all your exams virtually as well, right now if you click those links, right, you see the link but you don't see any exam. That's because I haven't uploaded any, right? So we'll have 3 exams, right? All of them will be provided as a Word document through Blackboard, right? And what you are going to do is download the exam, right? And you will have plenty of time to take the exam. And when we go over the syllabus, I will explain you how long do you have to take the exam. It's actually more than a single day, right? And the exam is going to be open book take home type, right? And you are going to work on your own for the exam, and for each exam I will also provide a study guide, again virtually, right? And you have plenty of time to study for the exam, right? And plenty of time to answer the exam, right? And upload it back before it's due, right? And the uploading is also going to happen over here, right? So the link that you use to download the exam, right, will also be used to upload the completed exam, right? And then and after that I will start grading them. Specific details regarding the exams structure will also be given in the syllabus, right? And when the exam dates gets close, I will provide more guidance, more rules regarding the exam. Right now what you need to know is that it will be take home open book. Now that's a big warning I'm going to give you. Just because it's open book, do not wait until the exam is uploaded or the exam is due to study for it. You will be in trouble, because then you will actually struggle how to answer this. You will struggle like what part to answer. So you will actually get into huge trouble if you wait until the exam date to study for it. Do not wait that long, right? Start studying the week before, go over the material, be familiar with what I'm teaching, and then during the exam time, you know how to go back and refer material if needed, right? So again, do not wait until the last moment to study for the exams just because this is open book, just because this is take home. Now, let's go back. And you do not see the study guide right now, right? But in future, the study guides will appear in the same folder on Blackboard page, which tells you what to study and the exam structure. And also, if I click the quiz, it's empty. That's because I haven't made anything available. As we go on, right, um, I will make the quizzes available, right? And again, those quizzes are going to be open book take home type, right? So unlike the exams, which actually comes as a Word document, I'm going to make the quizzes like actually on web based, right? So it will be mostly fill in the blanks. And um, and again, quizzes, those are basically, if you follow my lectures as I upload them, you will have a very easy time finishing it. Again, for the quizzes, do not wait until the last moment to study for the quizzes, right? Or to go over the presentations, right? Because quizzes are going to be timed. The Blackboard will time you out if you don't take them during that particular time frame, right? You will have plenty of time if you study, if you are prepared. You will have an easy time completing the quizzes. And if a particular quiz, if I, for example, let's say I give you a quiz in the third week of September, the materials that I cover in the quiz will could contain anything I covered in the first 2 weeks. So the quiz material will cover the immediate knowledge that I covered in lecture, right? Again, quizzes are very easy. It's a good way to earn a good grade. Small, but it's a good way. But do not delay going over the lectures, listening to them. Listen to them in the same week that I upload them. In this way, you will actually do great in this course. Okay, now let's go back. So that's where the quizzes are going to appear. And when are you going to get the quizzes? Well, I will announce them through email, through Blackboard, right? Right now in the syllabus, I don't have specific time picked for them because quizzes are supposed to be unannounced because they are so easy, right? They are kind of pop-up quizzes, right? But, this is take home, an open book, so you shouldn't have any problem with that at all. And the due dates for the quiz, I will also mention when I make them available. Now, to this folder, reference materials for class discussions. So here, this relates to some of the few, or in fact, there are 4 real-time synchronous meetings we are going to have, right? What do you mean by real-time synchronous? Well, real-time or synchronous, they mean almost the same thing, meaning like for 4 days in our semester, right, we will be meeting virtually through MS Teams interface, right? So, and these are actually the things we are going to do when we meet for those 4 days. So all of those are going to be a discussion, right? A discussion that we will do in real time, right? So in preparation for discussions, you will actually have to read a particular scientific article, write a small summary of that, and come prepared for the actual synchronous meeting that we will do virtually through Microsoft Teams, right? And when I go over the syllabus, I will talk a little bit more about the expectations for the actual discussion, how we are going to plan it, and how you are writing the summary, right? And how you are going to submit it, right? And in fact, the submission part is happening through Blackboard. Unless I mentioned otherwise, everything that is due as an assignment, as an exam, as a quiz will be submitted through Blackboard. So this link you see over here, these links, right, are actually the portals or the links that you use to upload it. If you click it, it will actually open up to something like this. So where you drag and drop whatever you wrote as the discussion abstract, discussion summary, right? And the actual paper that you have to discuss is provided over here, right? And this one is in fact where you find the guidelines, specific instructions on how to write the abstract and what are the expectations of the discussions. Now remember, both the abstract that you write or the summary you write and the synchronous discussion we do will be part of your grade, right? And I will open this document up, these guidelines up, and go over it after I go over the entire syllabus and after I finish orienting through the blackboard. Okay, so again, this is where you find the discussion papers. This is the guidelines for how to do discussions and how to write summaries. This is where you upload your summaries, right? So well, that's basically it, right? And again, if you need any further clarifications regarding this very basic intro part, ask me a question or drop in for a virtual or request a virtual appointment. Let's go back. Last but not the least, so what you're going to see over here, nothing will be on display right now, is actually the links, the Microsoft Teams links to all the virtual synchronous discussion days, right? There are 4 of them, right? And all the 4 days are listed over here, right? So by the morning of September 24th, that link will appear inside this folder. By 27th of October, the second discussion link will appear, and so on and so forth for the other 2 days, right? So make sure that first, make sure that you actually download Microsoft Teams, right? On your laptop or whatever the desktop or whatever the computer you are using or whatever the device you are using. And Microsoft Teams is freely available for all BSU students, right? And its installation process is super easy, extremely straightforward. So get that done as soon as possible, because for everything we are going to do from office hours to virtual discussion sessions, are going to happen through Microsoft Teams. So please, and all of those links to office hours and everything, I will either provide it through you personally as an email if you request a one-on-one meeting, or otherwise, as an open office hour, those links will also appear inside over here as a web link, right? When you have Microsoft Teams installed, when you click the link, it will prompt you to either select via the browser or to select via the Microsoft Teams application. So click Microsoft Teams application, the desktop application, which will provide a lot better experience than the browser version. So it's really important that you follow every instruction I'm telling you now. Okay. And I think I've covered everything on the basic orientation with regard to the blackboard, right? So and with that, so yeah, I think we covered everything that I needed to touch base today with respect to the blackboard orientation. And now we will actually shift on to talking about the syllabus.